Not long after the illness set in, I felt an abandonment from God. I got angry. I thought, how could you do this to somebody who's been so faithful to work for you and serve you? As a symbolic gesture, I took the Bible that meant so much to me and I carried everywhere with me and put it in a drawer and shut it and didn't open it for probably 7 more years. My mom would come and tell me, you know, one day you'll be able to help somebody. And I just look at her and, in not so kind words, tell her that would never happen to me. I didn't care. And she just smiled at me, that silly grin she has. In February 6, 2006, I wrote in my journal, trusting in God's unfailing love should be a no-brainer, right? Well, it's not. This is really hard for me right now. How could someone who has unfailing love for you and can allow things like this to happen to me and my family? Well, God never left my side, and I could feel Him through the prayers and the support of my family and church. Slowly, my anger has lifted, and I'm getting more and more reacquainted with Him.
A lot of people become concerned about how mental illness in the family can affect children, the way that they see their parents, the way they see that mentally ill person. And I know for us, we made a point of not hiding it from our kids, but again, educating them, letting them know what the situation was, not to a point of scaring them, but letting them know the reality, and that we were going to, and assuring them that we were going to do whatever it took to get their mother to a place where she was whole again, where she was able to function again. And so I do remember one time I was at work, getting ready to leave work, and I got a phone call, and my oldest son, Chris, told me, Dad, I don't think things are right with Mom. I think you really need to come home, and we need to maybe take her to the hospital. And so, wow, I mean, that's a sobering, when your teenage son contacts you and says that. He was very keyed in to her and to what her needs were. And so, so I excuse me, left work, drove home, and when I walked in the door, the sweetest sight that I've ever seen is Kelly laying across the couch, and Chris sitting on the couch with Kelly's head in her lap. He was running his fingers through her hair, and just said, Dad, we need to get her some help. And so we couldn't wake her up. He took one end, I took the other. We carried her, laid her across the back seat in the car, and drove her to the hospital to get her to the help that she needed. So I would just suggest that you let your kids be part of the journey with you. My kids are so much stronger as adults now because of the things that they've encountered through our family when they were younger.
I'll never forget the first time I told Donovan to take the kids and leave. I couldn't let him suffer anymore. This was my pain, not his. They deserved a normal life, and I couldn't do it for them. So I hoped that he would go, take them, and then when he was gone, I planned on just making it final. But he ruined everything. The fool, he stayed, and he stayed, and he stayed, and he's still here. We've had knockdown, drag-out fights over what I'm thinking, him not understanding me, not being able to explain it to him. He has a different way of thinking than me, and that makes it difficult. And despite his not being able to understand everything, he stayed by, and He educated himself and the kids, and there was many nights he didn't sleep when I had hallucinations or bad nights. He would stay up and watch and protect me so I could sleep. The hospital staff loved him and my kids, and they said I would make it because of his support and their support. They were 200% right. He has been my rock through this, and now I'm convinced that I'm stuck with him till the end, and I'm good with that. Friends are also a great support, and I had a friend circle, so to speak, an emergency phone line I could text or call, and those friends knew to answer and to respond with something. They went above and beyond the call of duty as friends when things were bad. Friends would show up at the hospital that didn't know I was there because my phone I wouldn't answer for days. So they knew something was up, so they'd show up at the hospital. I couldn't have even begin to count how many friends I have that have been a part of my support system. I am totally blessed with friends.
God has a way of crossing people's paths at the right time. I do believe that. Kelly and I have supported each other for, like I said, over 15 years. There's times when I was a little healthier than her and was able to help her. And when I was down, she was able to help me. That is one good thing about our friendship. It is, we laugh together, we float together, we cry together, we vent with each other. The most important thing I would say is support. Support is so important, especially when you don't really know what you need from people. People say, what do you need? Do you need me to pray for you? Do you need me to bring you food? Do you need me to pick up your kids? I said, the most important thing is just being there and listening and not feel like you have to hold it in and be embarrassed by it. And I'm grateful that God kept me alive so that I'm able to support and help others. And I'm thankful for Kelly. I'm thankful for watching her grow. I'm thankful that she's been there for me so many times. And I'm just blessed to know her.
It wasn't long ago, maybe 18 months, 20 months ago, that I was told by somebody that I didn't want to get better. What a crushing blow. It's almost as bad as hearing that you have bipolar. And I didn't know what to do. It was at a point in my life where I was dealing with a deep depression. And it threw me so much further down. Became more suicidal, hurt myself more. I was not getting the help I needed to get. I'd given up. And then I found Scott, my therapist I have now, and he helped me see by telling me that you can't get better until you're shown how to get better. And that's what he is doing right now with me. The two of us were working together. I've learned to identify my triggers and how to deal with them when they hit. For 18 months now, I've not had an episode. It's the first time in 5 years. It hasn't been an easy road. I deal with ups and downs daily. And I can't give up. My family is my anchor to this world. I live for each day I get to have with them. Mental illness is a lonely existence in today's world. Society is quick to judge and not comfort. I was lucky to have an incredible support system. I did lose some friends, but the true ones stayed. I want to challenge you to reach out to those you know that are hurting. Be somebody to someone today.
Well, I think that I'm going to go ahead and head back inside. The wind is picking up. It's looking more like it's getting ready to rain. And I'm going to go in and out of that while I can do that. Are you in a time right now in your life where you feel like the rains are coming? Maybe they're already there. Maybe they're there in the life of someone you love. Maybe it seems like that the good times in life are just hit or miss. Well, I want to encourage you today that there is hope. There is hope for a better tomorrow. Surround yourself with those who love you. Get the help that you need. And take this journey to survive your storm. Thanks. Thanks for joining us. And God bless you.